Right.
What was the past venture?
Window washing. I had a window washing business.
How long did you do that? You're only 19.
I did that for 2 months.
How much did you save up?
I did that for 4 weeks consistently total because I was traveling in between.
And how much did you save up in 4 weeks?
In 4 weeks, I made $14,000.
Why didn't you just continue doing that and make $14,000 a month? What?
Because I definitely had the option to stay in that business and scale it, but I thought about the amount of time it would take me to do that and the amount of, it would give me a pretty big headache doing that. And I just figured there's an easier, more there's like other business I can start that have way more opportunity to make me way more money. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
What, you're trying to figure out the business, so you stopped?
It's not too bad. I mean, I know how much longer I have left until I'm broke. So I know I always have a fallback, or some sort of small income coming in.
So 19 in a startup situation with money saved up from a past venture. First of all, how much time is left?
Probably about, I think, like 4 to 5 months. And so it's basically like a small little retirement for me to try to figure out something else out. Because like say 5 months goes by and I'm getting close to where I'm getting uncomfortable with my financial situation. Well, I have a girlfriend who lives in Savannah, Georgia, and every time I visit her, it's $400 for a flight, $500 to $600 for a hotel, and then like $200 to $300 on food while I'm there. And so it's like I visited her twice, and so I've probably spent like $2,500
from your savings.
Oh, I transferred $9,000 into my checkings account because that's where I pay off my cards from.
So you drained your savings to commute back and forth.
Yes.
For your girlfriend.
Yes.
Why can't she come home?
Because she doesn't have the money to do that. Flights are expensive.
Well, you no longer have the money to do it. $9,000 is gone. Why'd you not like it? Because you had to do a lot of work?
Because I had to do a lot of work, and
if you were bringing in that much money, you could have easily brought other people in to do the work. The thing that upsets me here, because I'm okay with someone being a little young, dumb, full of completely stupid decisions when they're 19.
Yeah.
Like, that's okay.
Yeah.
But you had such a good foundation set. You're giving me the most macro thought process possible. I am not hearing anything that is concrete.
Come up with an idea, raise money, start a business.
Is the balance still there at $7,833?
The balance is there at $9,540.
And then you made new purchases of $5,902, which is insane for your situation. Insane. That's more than half the money that's left in your checking account right now. Just within this, you had interest charge of $169.
Right.
Whatever points you're getting is negated. You're just accruing interest.
No, because I'm interest-free for the first year. One of the things we were working on, the first thing we were working on was it's an outdoor grill kitchen that's enclosed in it's like a big, imagine like a big modern box in your backyard, and then you go open it up, and there's a grill, a mini fridge, and then, nice, like countertops, and it was like enclosed in this little box. We thought we'd be selling them for around $30,000.
Number two?
Number two, we wanted to start a honey company. And basically our idea was, okay, everything you buy on the store, everything, like if I walk into H-E-B and go to buy honey, everything is trash. My ideas don't stop.
Well, I was hoping to get at least 3. I was going to stop at 3. Give me a third one. Come on. I mean, you kind of already know my thoughts on this. I would have rather you back then scaled the stuff. And it might be time to just look now to see if you can get in just work a couple days a week of window washing now.
Right.
You think falling back on windows, the things that people are going to cut back when in an economic slowdown, I have a feeling cleaning windows is not going to be a financial priority for a lot of people. Get back in there.
Right.
Work a couple days a week if you can. See if it is still sustainable with where we are today.
I would definitely say it was my mom's influence because when I was 18, it was like, you're fresh now, you're new now. You can get credit cards to help me pay for things.
To help her pay for things? Help her pay for what?
Like like, I don't know, like the water bill, things like that. Oh, I'm 18. I can get credit cards. I can do stuff.
No, that's fine. But
Yeah.
why is mom like, okay, get credit cards so you can help us pay our bills?
To do fun stuff.
What?
Like go to Disney World, like go to Korea. One of my credit cards, I have 3. So one of them I solely got because I had like won like concert tickets for a K-pop group out in Korea. So one of my cards I solely got to fund the whole trip.
Yeah.
And it's been maxed out ever since.
We put a $75 payment towards it. Then you purchased $96.84. So immediately, what the you? Why say all that stuff if the actions around it, you're putting more towards it by an additional $20 than you even paid, and then $52.60 of interest accrued on it, bringing your balance up from $2,248 to $2,323.
There are like no good reasons other than Baldur's Gate came out.
Yeah, well, that was one of your purchases.
Yeah.
By the way, the video game was like a week ago.
It's like a D&D game.
Gotcha.
It's pretty sweet.
At 27.99% interest rate.
That's why I feel like I'm kind of like in this like constant circle of like paying the minimum, but then if I need to get gas or groceries or something for myself, which I've watched your videos, no taquitos, don't do it, but I do it anyways.
This one, I just feel bad about this one because I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Credit One is just like the death, the evil, the mean bully of credit cards.
That's the card that
The
my
endless
mom
fees and-
talked me into getting for Korea.
Your mom. Oh, constantly says fees, $8.25 of fees, $51.90 of interest. You did minimum monthly payment. Yeah, you paid the minimum monthly payment. It's now $109. It was a little more. It was $111 before. So the new balance is at $2,169.34 on Credit One, the death card. The death card. This cannot be a thing. You could have quadrupled your debt payments, gotten out of this in 4 times the amount, or 4 times as quick.
Yeah.
But you chose not to. You chose not to. You're choosing Mickey D's over that. I mostly, especially go hard when people come out of the gate and they're like, watch your content, been fixing things for a month, everything's so much better, and we're full on and getting out of debt and all that stuff. And then that bullshit pops up. I gotta call it out. I have no choice.
For cosmetology school.
For cosmetology? How long is cosmetology?
So I did an Excel program, and it is like hourly based. So in the state of Texas, you only need 1,000 hours to obtain your cosmetology license. But I did the master kind of like course. So I did 1,500 hours, which
Why?
I don't know.
You have a bachelor's degree as well.
Yeah.
And then you went and got cosmetology. What was your bachelor's degree in?
Biology and nursing.
Why don't we go make money more than $1,400 a month?
Mentally, I can't do it.
For a while, wasn't even when I went through your finances, I didn't connect that with the fact that you borrowed almost $15,000 for it. I'm struggling. Have you stopped taking trips?
I'm not telling you where I'm going tomorrow.
Where are you going tomorrow?
Mind you, I didn't pay.
Where are you going tomorrow?
I'm going to Daytona Beach, Florida to go visit my grandma.
Even when someone pays for a trip, one of the episodes...
Because I'm going to end up...
and one of the episodes we recorded this week, someone took a paid for a trip. Cool. But then they still bought. They went out and got food. They got drinks. They had to get an outfit, beach shoes, all that stuff.
Yeah. I did not do that.
You haven't been there yet. You don't know. When's the last time you traveled, like paid, just went, like got the plane ticket, got the hotel, got the bevs?
I went to LA for a K-pop concert in 2020.
K-pop's going to bankrupt you.
Oh, no, it did. Absolutely did.
I need you to go get a second job. I need you to work like 80 hours a week across everything. It's going to suck. 60 to 70 hours. Anywhere from minimum 60 hours a week, though. Second month, we're throwing everything towards the Best Buy card. We're paying that off in about 2 months. 8 months total. 8 months total. You have a 1 month emergency fund and every single card is paid off. Aggressively budget, and you need to go to make more money immediately.
Yeah.
If you don't, when those payments kick in, you're drowning. You're relying on other people to survive, and I don't want you to do that.
No, I don't want to either.
You think you'll actually follow this?
I think it will.
You think so? Even this strict budget? You think you'll go make more money?
I think I will. I did it for 2 years when I was in school, and I was doing that for free.
Yeah.
So I moved out here with $30,000 in savings.
From where?
From California. I was like, I've got this money now. If I don't ever do this, I'm never going to do it. I'm going to be stuck at home. Like my uncle, love him, bless his heart. He's in his 50s and he still lives with my grandparents.
Really?
Yeah, he has a good job. He's a driver for Universal, makes good money, but I didn't want to be that.
Sure. $31,200 a year. That would be hard to live in Austin. Wait, what is your current situation?
So I am currently homeless as of October of last year.
What happened in October?
So in October, I had so a couple things happened. First, my drone business I was running ended up having to shutter that.
How'd the $30,000 get drained?
That's the thing. I should have kept better track of that. I know a lot of it was in the time that I was just trying to figure stuff out. I should have been cooking more. But I was mainly just going out, getting fast food, getting delivery. I think that's where most of it went, honestly.
Chick-fil-A, Domino's, McDonald's, ncarnate.com, McDonald's, Amazon, Starbucks, McDonald's. Getting some taquitos, Chick-fil-A, Whataburger, Chick-fil-A, Applebee's. How can you eat?
Eating out.
I know.
Yeah.
Because we spent way too much eating out for being unhoused. You're staying there for free?
Yeah.
Good. But you can't cook and you can't store food. You could store like dry ramen and eat it. You could, there's like bread and stuff. We can do that.
Yeah.
There are little issues with that. Okay. When you do that and you spend a lot of money eating out because of that,
I saw the earning potential for it. I saw how easy it was to get into it. So over the weekend, I studied for the test, aced it like the next day when I was getting a good amount of contracts. And again, I was making $100 to $150 an hour, depending on the contracts.
Why are you not taking them?
Oh, because my drone. So I didn't.
Oh.
So after that initial time that I had stopped getting contracts, I started getting them again for like a month and a half. And then my drone malfunctioned, crashed, no savings to get a new one.
Oh, it's not repairable. It's like you have to get a new
It's
one?
repairable, so I don't have money to repair it. Or
What does it cost to repair?
It's going to be about $800. After the first couple months of the drone work, it ended up dying out for 6 months. Just out of nowhere, just wasn't getting any contracts in. Okay. So the Home Depot job that I had gotten several interviews for, it makes it hard for me to reapply that. Like, okay. I know. So
I see what you're saying.
So,
well, we just can't do that though.
Yeah.
When we're facing, if that was like, there could be many instances. I can't even think of, like an other version of that. But there's a lot of instances where okay, whatever. So fine, someone didn't show up to help you for this, so you're just like whatever on that. But we're talking about shelter, a very basic human need, and in our culture, you need to pay for that. And you had the opportunity to start receiving some help. You didn't take unemployment, of which you paid tax money into. So it's not like you were taking advantage of anything because you were laid off. That is something that you paid into. So you didn't take that. Did you reach out about any Section 8 housing?
No. Again, I was trying to do everything.
Did you know about that?
I'm aware of Section 8 housing.
You've been, in terms of permanent shelter, unhoused for way too long for your situation, in my opinion. If I took a look at your budget when you were working Chick-fil-A, I could have put rent in there. Something is not mathing correctly. What do you get from Amazon? Because you spent $241.31 at Amazon within the last month. I know it was a lot of different purchases.
Okay, I remember. So I know $30 was for a dice set for myself specifically because I've been doing a lot more D&D and I'm trying to start becoming a professional DM. So the second $30 is actually for a set of 20.
I am down for that in the future. Again, we prioritize roof right now. I'm sorry, we're not spending money on dye. Patreon $3. You're donating to your future roof right now. You're not donating to Patreon. Schlotsky's, Chipotle, Whataburger, Chick-fil-A, Little Caesars, Chick-fil-A, Pinballs. which is, we're not doing $20 of pinballs. I'm sorry. Taquitos. Discord, we're not paying for Discord Nitro right now. I'm sorry, we're just not.
That I just forgot to cancel.
Yeah, there's a lot that we need to cancel. Like on Spotify, we're listening to ads right now. If we can't have a permanent home, we're listening to ads. And Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Taquitos, Hulu, we're canceling. If we can't afford a place to live, we don't have.
I do struggle with depression, and most days it's hard for me to even get up to go to work.
Yeah. Well, that is. Thank you for telling me that, because that is like an incredibly real thing.
The more steps you put in my way, the harder it is for me to mentally put myself to the task. Like back before when I had health insurance, and at that point I was just like, okay, I don't care enough.
Yeah, I get that. The barriers, and when it comes, mental health is everything. We're nothing if not our mind, and I deal with pretty severe anxiety. That's one of my things. I have a panic disorder, so I totally get that. We can't deal with any of the financial stuff until we at least try to start addressing the mental stuff, because you're right. When in your situation, in your mindset, when there are those barriers in the way, it can be very hard to overcome that. And it just becomes like a shut down thing. You just like shut down, right? Yeah. I will pay for your first 4 sessions.
Okay.
4 sessions. Okay. Just so you can get in and get the ball rolling.
Okay.
So I will do that. You're in a situation where I feel like if we just get past a couple barriers, then we'll be good. So I'm happy to gift those. The final thing I will do, when you find a place that will accept you, I will cover your security deposit and application fee and background check fee. Okay. Cool. Then in which case, if there's no security deposit and stuff like that, I'll pay for your first month. 4 therapy sessions, a mini fridge to help you now save some money on your only grocery shopping. There's not a single cent spent going out to eat. And then your first month, or a security deposit and, background check and application fee, all that stuff. Okay. So that's what I am happy to help you with. Okay. To just don't just take advantage and then do nothing. Let this be an opportunity to stay in Austin, build your life here.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Of course, absolutely.
There was a huge upswing for a while there. I landed a job before I was a contractor, and I was not doing that great, but I landed a full-time job with about a $15,000 raise in income per year.
Wow.
However, there have been a couple of setbacks. I had a total hysterectomy. I had a couple of hit and run car accidents that I had to deal with, and my husband lost his job 2 months ago.
But of course, this is coming to now a single household income.
Yes.
But last time, again, you guys split it in very weird ways.
Yes.
So just remind us of how it was operating versus how it's operating now in terms of the income.
So I'm the primary breadwinner. I have been always in our relationship. Yeah. So I guess it kind of set us up for him losing the job, because not a whole lot changed other than that I had to pay a little more towards everything. I deleted the Amazon app after that episode. Good. And it has remained off my phone. Good. There are still some Amazon purchases.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yes, but I literally have to log in. I don't stay logged in. Like, I have to go through the steps and make conscious decisions to get into the app.
Jimmy John's, an afterpay of $52, an afterpay of $22. We're afterpaying. I thought we were beyond this, right? Weren't we beyond this?
We were.
PayPaling Etsy and Pluckers, a very expensive $103. This is what upset me. This is just pending within a day. Amazon. 4 Amazon purchases. This is something we were trying to deal with last time. So it scares me that even if progress was made that I couldn't see, we're back to where we were.
I'm making double payments on it, but not anymore since he lost his job. So I made 4 payments in 2 months. And
it doesn't even matter, because it's $558 a month. That's an insane payment for your... Oh. No. What is the interest rate on this? You have to know the interest rate on this.
Yeah. It's like 21%.
Are you sure it's 21%? Because they think it's 24%.
Oh, maybe it's 24. Okay.
24% loan? You went and signed up for a 24% loan? Why would we go get a $21,000 loan at 24%? How is that? Did someone talk you into it? Was the husband like okay with it? Where were we? I need to know how you did this, or else
I needed a vehicle.
But why'd you do this? Why'd you not go get a crappy $5,000 car? Why? if there's no why, then what that immediately screams to me, and this is not to be rude, but what this immediately screams to me is that you're doing this until you're 70. 24% with a $558 75 month repayment, $21,200 2015 car. We don't do that. That's insane. That makes no sense. If we are going further into debt, if we are choosing to eat out and go do these things that are fun, and we are not contributing as much to paying off the debts and then eventually retirement so that you can have a full place to retire, equals irresponsibility. Because what are you doing in that situation when you're choosing food and new cars at $20,000 with a predatory loan over these responsibilities? You are saying that you are forcing your children to then take care of you when you're in your 70s. This is bull spending. This was insane. This was crazy. And if we have debts to pay off, if we have car payments, if we have all these things, what's your retirement account look like today?
God, I just started it in January or December.
We're putting Pluckers above all that stuff, which is a wings place. And we're putting that above retirement. You're 60. Then you haven't even touched retirement yet. So that's what it's like with this. So he needs to go work any job right now. I don't care what it is. You're not doing it then, right?
I'm leaving the amount of money I need to leave in there, and I'm living paycheck to paycheck. So my idea of budgeting is not correct yet.
Not living paycheck to paycheck. You're spending so much on just crap. That's not paycheck to paycheck. You are choosing to leave paycheck to paycheck, but not in the way where it's like forced to.
No.
Because, again, Jimmy John's, an afterpay of $52, an afterpay of $22. You are not paycheck to paycheck. That is bullshit. Don't bullshit. We don't bullshit here. That's not paycheck to paycheck. That is choosing to put those purchases over actually paying off debts, actually living, actually saving, actually investing. We are choosing to be paycheck to paycheck. Why'd you say that? Come on.
Well, I don't know. That because I'm literally spending all my paycheck till the next paycheck, I guess.
Yeah, you were just spending it. It's bullshit money. Waterloo Ice, Tapioca, Mexican Supermaid, and Cinemark Movie Club, and Little Caesars, and going to a bakery, and Half Price Books, and Amazon Prime Video, and Green Mesquite, and Text Tag, which is tolls. You don't need to take tolls. Apple Bill, Afterpay, Affirm. Why are we doing Affirm at this point with where we know we've been, where we're trying to get, and where we can't budget? If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. We're doing Affirm for $139 in Amazon Marketplace and McDonald's. We can't afford that if we have practically $0 in retirement. What's in your savings?
Currently like $275. We had it up to almost $3,000, but it's gone. So.
Okay. And then what we've added up here is, in terms of different subscriptions and stuff you've done, $233. Then that, $840 of going out to e-spending. $840. WAG pet donation, $303.
It was a
You
dog.
can't do that. You can't do. I want you to give so much, but you can't do that now when you can't even give it to yourself.
Okay.
You can't even give to your own retirement and savings. $200 in the savings. We cannot be donating. Donate eventually. We can't now. It's not a thing. You're such an incredibly nice person, and I don't even know your family, but I want you guys to do so well. I mean, it'd be weird if I didn't, first of all, but I really want you guys to do well. And because of that, I have that anxiety like in my bones for you guys. You guys are working into your 90s, just trying to survive, and your kids are paying for your life. And that's it. That's what this looks like if we don't follow the budget. We don't work constantly, and that is just don't let a setback throw you back this time. Stay strong, be in communication with me, and then take advantage of the different therapies. And I think you guys can do this, no matter how hard it is.
I know we can. I know I can.
Yeah.